Oh man, what is going on, everybody? It has been a hot minute, man. Oh my god. Oh, what is going on, everybody? Yes, it is the final night of 2024. So, I'm a little rusty. Uh, kind of threw this together, threw the whole intro together real quick and everything. Um, yeah, man. 24 has been a half decent year for us. Beginning of year was all right. We had some plans to do some things and went out and did some of those things. Life hit us with another hit us with a couple things this year, kind of knocked us out of the park as far as content wise. But like I said, guys, this is said this before. Um, this is a hobby for me, man. The internet stuff and all this anymore, it's a hobby. Um, Now in the last what I don't know, doing it since 22, 2 years, whatever. I was doing stuff behind the scenes longer, but that's what I mean. I've gotten feel more accomplishment and joy at helping others and seeing their success through their streams and content and everything else, being able to help them out than I give a flying F about my own stuff right now because what I said before when I wanted to start this podcast. In a sense, it was pretty much like Fast Life podcast, what Chase is doing. And I don't get me wrong, dude, that man's been going hard for how many years now doing stuff. And I give him all the props and flowers in the world and stuff because he has multiple opportunities to go out and do the things that I wish I could do. Um, the way that I thought I was going to approach this as a podcast was, ride out, meet up with some of these guys at the events and rallies and everything. But, you get out there and you start doing it and you really come to the reality that it's hard to ask somebody to take anywhere from 40 minutes to 2 hours of their time while they're at an event or a rally. That's their vacation, that's their work, that's their, handful of people I wanted to interview that, I mean, they're working, man. They're vendors, they're sponsors, event coordinators and stuff. I mean, they're working, man. So to sit there and try and, ride all the way down and, bug them and try and take time away from their work and what they're doing and trying to enjoy their trip is, I just feel it's unfair. And then, life just gets in the way and I could boohoo and cry and whatever that, I didn't put the effort in, but, whatever, man. What I can say I can take away from this whole venture uh as far as being on the internet and everything is that I've met some amazing people. I mean, there's some trips I would have never taken, events that I would never have gone to, people I would have never met if it wasn't for this right here. And I'm super grateful for that. Especially in the last 2 years, it has been awesome just hanging out with everyone. I mean, starting out taking that the large trip the other year, going down to Southern Tail, Illinois, hitting Hog Rock up, finally getting to meet Evil Rick, Bedlam, Busted, Dark. Well, I had already met Dark, a couple other people, and then taking that ride back with Bedlam and everything back up to my neck of the woods and then up to Laconia. That was awesome. I haven't taken a trip like that in years, and it felt really good to take that trip. Really opened my mind to stuff, and really it was a recharge. Um, and then I think we hit right from that. We ended up, I mean, I couldn't tell you the last 2 years. I've been hanging out with Doc, and it's just stroke of luck. Half the time I wasn't even planning. We just ended up at the same thing. But Doc Harley, I got to give a shout out to him. Um, we've been hanging out damn near every event in the last 2 years. We've been getting together and stuff, and to be able to take the trip with Megan up there to see him and hang with him and stay with him and Mel. Um, Very appreciative of that, and definitely an experience I won't forget. Big Mike, got to meet him, man. You ain't ever gonna forget it when you meet Big Mike, man. Um, being able to put the miles in with him, talking, discussing things, learning stuff from him already, and even if he doesn't realize it, you know, I appreciate those things. And those trips mean the world to me, being able to hang out with some of them guys. And then mobbing this year, hands down, man. Y'all listen, if you didn't make it to mobbing this year, you need to make it next year. Seriously. Um, being able to rekindle and kind of start fresh with some guys, meet some new guys, meet some guys that, you've been waiting to see for years just because of the internet. You just, sometimes the timing's not right and everything. And it really meant a lot. It really did. Feel like some things got mended over. Um, fresh start on some things, and to be able to come together and possibly see something grow as we work together and everything in the future here. I really hope it does. Full bore, full send on it. I mean, I'm there for it. Anyone wants to come on, link is in the description. I ain't really got nothing planned, man. We are just here. I don't know how long this is going to go for. I doubt we're going to take it up to the midnight hour. I can tell you right now. I ain't boozing no more. I haven't really been boozing. I think the most I drank was up at Doc's when we were at the garage party. That's the most I probably drank all year. Tiger Ward. Absolutely. That was great meeting you too. That's what I mean. Everyone that's in here right now, with the exception of a handful, like maybe a couple. I mean, the fact to have the opportunity and everything to meet y'all and to ride with you guys and share those experiences and everything, it really does mean a lot. Yes, Dallas is over here. He's putting out the word. It is Instagram official. Jack HD AV Traveler has joined the Me Too movement, unfortunately, but got himself a new to him Road Glide. Very happy for you, man. I hope this sets you down the path that you want to be at, man. I mean, I knew you were happy about getting this bike. You were talking about it, man. The fact that you got it, I know you're happy, and I'm proud of you, dude. And I hope it just sets you down the path for greater times in the future. But yeah, so kind of been sitting back and oh, Jamie, come on, man. I even put your picture twice in the intro by mistake. Or no, I did it on purpose. That's right. I did it on purpose. There was no mistake. I did it on purpose. No, it was great to finally meet you, man. Because that's what I'm saying. Like Jamin and stuff. There's a group of guys that it goes back 5 years, like that I discovered, I guess, Discord and all that jazz. And I had met Jamin in the group of the guys that were the independent riders and stuff. And I mean, it was, to finally meet up with him was awesome. And be able to ride with him. I think we rode more together down at Mobbin than anything. I think that was just kind of, we wanted to ride and we went, and, no matter what happened. So, finally got to meet Dallas. That was a great moment at whatever hour that he rolled into the camp. At Mob, and I remember sneaking around the truck and everything and just looking at him. We just it was great. It was awesome, man. Brought a huge smile on my face. But yeah, I just kind of been sitting back. I've been doing some things for some guys on the side, graphic designs, thumbnails, shit like that. Nori, my man, what is going on? What's going on? What is going on, my man? Yes, sir. That's what I mean. As guys are funneling in here, man, the opportunities to meet some of these people and everything, that's what makes it worth it, man, to me, man. Like, this ain't new to me. Like, some of these guys, I get it. I know I get on that rant about, I feel like there's just some people that, they saw a YouTube video and just like went out and bought a bike and strapped a camera on, and now they're just out and about. And I know that's a negative mindset and everything, but I mean, there for a while, that's just how I felt. But to truly get out there and see all these guys, it is worth it, man. It's a lot, you know. And it just makes for good stories, man. It really does. And that's really what I wanted to encapsulate here on this show, on this production, the podcast, whatever you want to call it, was that was truly the thing growing up and everything, like I did, you know, learn from the gray beards and everything and riding with them and just listening to their stories as we're like busting miles down the highway, or we finally get to our destination and we're just chilling and they just start talking, and and they just, you listen to the stories, man. And that's what I mean. I just wanted to grab little snippets of that and put it out here to inspire others to make the ride, because there's plenty of people that, like, we've tried getting a group of guys to go on trips multiple times, and it's like they just want to keep riding the same, like, 20 miles, going to the same bars and the same thing on the same day. And I'm over that. So I grew out of that a while ago. Like, it's just, you want to change it up, man. You want to, push fast, go faster, go harder, go longer, blue pill joke. But that's what I'm saying. You want to make those memories while you can, while you have the chance. Because, hey, one day it could be gone. And that's what I'm saying. To, inspire people to pretty much get off their ass, jump on the bike and go and see these things and do these things and meet these people should be important, because we all know, we are seeing it Northeast, especially up in the Northeast towards the Midwest and everything. Events are shutting down. There's long standing events that are gone, and there's some that are on the edge of being gone. Roaring the Shore's gone, Erie Bike Week's gone. Jonestown Thunder, that's gone. There was a couple other ones. Well, the original Delaware, I guess that would be Delmarva. Well, it wouldn't be Delmarva, but when Delaware, Maryland had their own separate thing. If you were involved around that time and knew about that. But that's what I mean. Like, once these events are gone, they're kind of gone. Yeah, it takes a lot. It takes a lot of planning, money, time, people to put on these events. And even what you think is some rinky dink thing in bumfuck nowhere is actually probably like the biggest thing that's going on in that area. And it probably takes the whole town to put it together. And once it's gone, it's gone. Poof. Am I doing hog in the spring? No. No, we're not. I mean, we want to go back. Don't get me wrong, Rick. We want to go back. But the way that event is kind of laid out and how you got to get in there in a certain time, and instead of just going for 2-3 days and not having to stress about not finding a spot and stuff, you got to like take an entire week off to go down to that trip to make that trip. And it just kind of eats up a lot of time. And I mean, that's what I mean. We're trying to get out in different areas, go different places. And that's what I mean. I mean, Meg and I feel like, I think in the last 2-3 years, we've tripled what we normally do in a year. Now, what I'm saying about that is that we're kind of cutting short a lot of trips that we would take like a week for or more, but we're getting out further and getting, and it kind of takes away from other ones. Daytona, I was gonna bring that up. I was gonna like Mike and document on my ass about Daytona and stuff. And here's my thing with Daytona. If it's possible to swing down probably for a 3-day weekend, we'll do it. You got to check with Megan and see how things are going on. For a handful of people, they know what's going on behind the scenes, but personally, with me and Meg right now, there's some things going on. Just respect that, whatever. But that's kind of, I wouldn't say hindering. It's a choice that we have to make, and we got to step up for some things. So, but Daytona for me, um, I've been down to Daytona 3 different times. I went 2 times for Bike Week and 1 for Biketoberfest. And I'm sure it would be if I went with the right group of people and everything, it would be a hell of a lot better time. But for Daytona, just doesn't do it for me. Um, and everyone's like, "Oh yeah, us up north, yeah, go to go to Daytona, escape the cold and everything." I still ride. I still ride in the cold and stuff. Not so much this year with everything going on, but normally I'm out, you know, all 4 seasons and then some up in good old Pennsylvania. But yeah, Daytona, we're not sure. The only thing that's confirmed this year right now is Gettysburg's a given. We're like an hour and a half, 2 hours away. We'll be at Gettysburg 100%. Mobbin, we will be there 100%. And that's probably it, to be honest. Um, I think what we wanted to do more this year is we wanted to kind of take a step back with everything going on. This year we were supposed to be going to Sturgis. Um, with everything going on in financial means, it's not going to swing it. So we're definitely shooting for 26. It seems like everyone kind of in the circle of people we talk with, that's what they want to do. So we're going to shoot for 26. As far as this year, I think what I would like to do is kind of focus more on my kids are kind of at that age, like where only got like a little bit of time before the FU, get out of my life stages. And I'm trying to take advantage of that as much as I can. So I think this year we're gonna push more to take weekend trips. I'm gonna kind of flip a coin with each kid and be like, listen, y'all scrap it out for the helmet, whoever's going out for this weekend, and just flip a coin, and we're going northeast, south, or west. I don't care. And we're just gonna do like moto camping and do overnight trips on the weekends and stuff. And plus, I'd like to take more time to get out and hang out with a lot more of you guys, more on a personal level and stuff and everything. Because, like I said, man, you go to these events and stuff, and it kind of sucks. It does suck. It's like you go to some of these events and everyone's doing their own thing and everyone's coming in at different times, and it's like racking your brain trying to meet up with people and everything. And you always just want that more time. So instead of just putting that strain and everything on their vacation and their work and everything they got going on, it's kind of like, look, man, I'll make the trip to come, ride with you, when you have time and everything. Oh, Miss Kelpfire's in. Hello, dear. And I couldn't miss the hubby. Saw the hubby. We don't even have to meet in the middle, man. I will ride down. I already put it in my mind and said, screw it. We're gonna ride down that way. Um, we're gonna see that after the FU stage. It gets so good with the kids. Does it? Does it get good with the kids? Because like pretty much, out of the nest and on their own then, right? I mean, it's vacation, right? At least it's supposed to be. But yeah, and that's I don't know. Like I said, I mean, we have a 18-year-old, 14-year-old, and a 12-year-old. So, and middle boy, the 18-year-old's off doing his own thing. He made his choices and he thinks he knows the world. And good luck to you, kiddo. You'll find out. But the middle boy starts high school and everything, so that means that's the ticking clock of time with them and everything, because 4 years, and it's kind of like you want to boot them out the nest. So I want to take advantage of that. And then the youngest one we got for a little bit longer, unfortunately. I'm kidding. But I just want to take advantage of that time while we have it. So, and like I said, I mean, as far as content and everything this year, we were out shooting. We really were. I mean, we were out going to places this year. I think we only dropped like 3 videos. I think that's horrible, but that's more or less on me. The hours that I work and everything with my job and then Megan's, we don't even really get a lot of time to ourselves to begin with. And then to say, hey, you're jumping on my bike and we're and we're taking off for the weekend. All we're doing is filming and all this shit. It really puts it. It would put a strain on the relationship, and I don't want to do that to her. Um, she was actually gonna come and be on tonight. She's tired. Her ass is bruised. She fell. I have no idea. I just random text message that she broke her ass. So, but that's about the highlight of my week. But no, no, no. I couldn't do it. Nor I couldn't do it. I couldn't do that. No. I see. That's what I'm saying. See, look at you guys. I can't do that. How do you do that? I couldn't do it. Nope. Shipping them out, kicking them out right away. Phew. Get out the door. 18, get a job, get out of here. Have a job before you're 18. That way you can start planning. But yeah. She takes care of me. What? How did she have to take care of me? I don't recall seeing this. I don't know what you witnessed, but I know. I mean, she's a passenger princess right now. I mean, I know we've all been pushing for her to, go get her endorsement and everything, which I'm telling you right now, if it don't happen this year, I think I don't want to hear no cracks about buying her a bike or nothing else. She's a big girl. She can have to make her own decisions. Well, Mike makes a good point. I mean, hey, Mike. Hey, hey, is Dr. J around? I should text Megan. We got one. There's one cutesy little female puppy left. Just putting it out there. But I mean, get her. Come get one of these Groms. No. Well, and here's the thing too. I'm not trying to, I feel like there's kind of like a rite of passage. I guess that's what how do I explain it? Like when people want to come into, I guess, the life, the culture, and everything to me, I feel like going out and getting everything yourself with a little bit of like, I'm not saying I'm not going to fully help her and everything because she knows shit, like everyone knows me too well. I will, but I feel like you got to find the bike that calls to you and everything. And if you're gonna, step up and go do it, I want you to know that you picked the bike that you wanted, that fit you, and you're gonna do. Everyone's gonna ride. You can't force somebody to ride the way you do. So everyone's gonna find and make their, find their path on their own way. So in a sense, that's why I don't really push Megan at all. I don't. I mean, I'll crack a joke here and there, but I really don't push her. Um, she knows who to call and what to do to go through the process. Now, earlier this year, on our way down to Ocean City, we were at Reading Classic Harley, and there was a beautiful lowrider ST that I would love to put her on, but the price was a little and I was definitely like, that seems like a you purchase. But um and another thing is that so our mindset with like 2025 as far as content stuff, I'm gonna throw this out here, is that we are looking to start another channel. um it it's still gonna have the motorcycle life, man. Like, I won't let it not. But there might be a few things in there that is just outside of the motorcycle realm and everything. We've been traveling here and there. The last 2 weeks ago, or the other week, we took a trip and everything, and it was like, man, we should have shot this because there were just so many funny moments, and we had a great time, and at least for the first half of the trip and everything. But it still would have made good content, and we were actually enjoying ourselves and everything. So I think we're gonna take a different route with the YouTube thing. And like I said, I'm still I still want to keep that whole it's a hobby deal. Um, I know in the beginning I was gun ho about going full thing with this and the possibilities of that. But really, honestly, I think when I was doing that, I was looking at the possibilities beyond YouTube. I think really that's where I was at. And to be honest, I'm already on that path and working with people behind the scenes on things. And I'm happy doing that. It's got, I mean, you get to build something and say that you're helping build that brick by brick, and you're doing it side by side with somebody. To me, that makes it all worth the while. And I'd rather do that than stress and worry about this, because I just think there's just so many things that a lot of you guys that aren't doing this or are doing this, you're missing. Or even with this whole thing, like, yeah, um I haven't used this stuff in so long. Hell, I didn't even know my computer would fire up, and that's what I mean. And the amount of equipment, time, thought process, research, and everything that a lot of these people put into the subject matters and everything, people don't really understand, or they at least don't see it. And I feel like over the last couple years, I've seen plenty of creators and everything get real discouraged, fed up, pissed, and everything on how shows would go and everything. I'm guilty of it. Look, it's after Christmas. We made it. Hey, yeah, I'm known for the Christmas show. I really don't give a shit. Droop's in the house. He broke away from his party for a little bit. Parties aren't as fun since I stopped drinking. Oh, they can be. Tighten the screws up before lining it up to the brackets and then force it into the brackets. Wait, what did I miss? What did I miss? How did you crack? Okay. But back to what I was saying. I think what happens is a lot of us put so much thought and emphasis and emotion into a lot of things that we do that you guys don't get to see. And a lot, and the sad part is a lot of people in the side chat, they're they are content creators and they get it. But what some people don't understand is you go out for a whole day and you got, you end up filming stuff. And like Megan and I, we got like 2-3 different cameras going all the time. And that's like 16 hours of footage between 3 cameras, in your day. And now you got to come back and you got to go take that 16 hours of footage and put it into 10 minutes, 8 to 10 minutes, because that's supposed to be, what they tell you. And a lot of us, we're on other channels and listening to other people and doing research, and we think this is what's going to work and everything. And at the end of the day anymore, I think I just tell people to put out what you want to put out. There's only small things that you can do to help yourself. They're pretty basic, pretty self-explanatory. Like I said, it's all about the presentation and the package you put together as far as keywords, thumbnail, all that shit, to allow the algorithm and everything to push you out. But at the end of the day, what a lot of people don't understand is that the algorithm is your audience. So if people aren't clicking on it, there's a reason. And it may not just it may, and it's not because you suck, and it's not because of the shit video. But you need to look at your packaging and everything. But I'm not gonna sit here and tell you that shit, because look at oh my god, look at his subscriber count and all that stuff. And when you guys don't realize what I do behind the scenes with people and the amount of shit that I do for other productions, like, I do know what I'm talking about. I just don't apply it to myself. Because at the end of the day, this don't pay my bills. So, but yeah, so new channel coming next year, probably tomorrow. Hopefully it goes good. Get Megan more involved. You'll see the kids, a couple other things that we do. I think, okay, Tiger Wood just inspired me. Okay, we're gonna go over torque specs and Loctite as a video. I'm gonna do that. But it's been a while, man. It's been a while since I've done one of these, man. I'm sorry, but it has been like I'm stumbling and button and Man, I just missed everyone. How's everyone doing? Like, it's fucking New Year's. Like, we're all just sitting here and everyone's staring at a screen. Ain't none of us, we're either too old or don't want to go. Don't feel like breathing the weather. Um, so when we started out a few years ago, not with the YouTube stuff, we had started a photography business. That was something that Megan really wanted to do. So we had started that, and the problem with that was is that we had started, and then the vid happened, and then everybody and their grandmother was a fucking photographer and shit. So the market got flooded in our area big time. The support that we got um was okay. Um how do I so let's get into supporting people and everything and how important it is, at least on the YouTube end, for you guys in the side chat and everything. When guys are doing shows and everything like that, like, look, I'm asking you guys questions, I'm expecting answers and everything. You guys got to do that for people. And they really do care. Like, we care. I care. Like, if I'm doing a show and I got a topic piece, and even if I'm interviewing somebody, I'm still going to ask the chat what they feel on something, or if they want to ask a question. We want you to be engaged. We want to make you part of the show because you guys make the show. If no one's watching, there is no show. So, and that's what I'm saying. We want to it's really important. If you guys like, some of the simplest things you can do to support is obviously watching, liking, commenting, subscribing, sharing, and everything. But definitely for the guys that do the live shows and everything, 100%, definitely 100% get involved more in the chat. As far as like getting you can't get engaged on there. Thanks, buddy. um but it's the same thing with small businesses. you know Support them as much as you can. Word of mouth is free. you know we get it. As far as small businesses and everything, we get it. Not everyone's got the money for what the product is being pushed out. Maybe you can't afford it, but if you rep it and you like who you're doing for, rep it. Word of mouth, support it, and everything. And that's all they ask. That was one thing with the photography business. Megan wanted to do more studio shoots and everything. And the sad part is I knew there was like 2-3 photographers in the area that had massive studios, and they do wonderful work. Like, they I wish I can't remember her name. I know who it is. I'm gonna kick myself in the ass. But she does amazing work. Maybe I'll just throw up some of her stuff and promote her sometime on Instagram, because she does some great shit. But like her and everything. And I was getting more into, I wanted to do videography stuff for like weddings and stuff like that. um it added another means of revenue. It was another service that we could provide, and it just spread the business. um but then I was getting involved with race teams, race organizations, um odds and end things here that I normally did on the side anyways. And we had ended up changing the photography business into a media business. um because my head was like this when we were first going to do the podcast and everything, that I thought we were just going to fucking skyrocket to insta famous. And I'm like, oh my god, we can write some of this stuff off in taxes, and we can get, oh my god, we could travel for free and all my shit. Yeah, right, motherfucker. Like, but I mean, that those are just some of the things you think about, and that's some of the things that uh, that people need to keep in mind when they're getting involved in some of this stuff, how you get started and everything. You don't know where this is going to go or potentially go. So lay the foundation as you go. It gets easier later down the road when you need it. But yeah, so we started a media company and everything, before that, my uncle and I were doing YouTube before. And this is the thing I'll tell you. So I'm only 30 something years old. I'm 34 years old and everything. And everyone's all like, oh, well, you're better with technology and you know this and blah, 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 blah. I really didn't. I didn't have a flip phone. I didn't have a phone other than my house phone and everything until I was like probably 19, 20. Computer other than at school, I had no idea. And YouTube, I didn't know anything about this with YouTube. YouTube was a tool like that, like we used here and there. Like, shut up, Corey. Get on here, Corey. What the fuck? But like I use YouTube as a tool. Like we didn't know that there was like all these like different communities and things like motorcycling and like model building. That was the thing that me and my uncle went down the route with and everything. We built a custom model. What's up, buddy?
Waiting for the right time to jump in.
He's just a baby.
Good evening, guys.
Go ahead.
I was just say Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. What are we drinking?
This is a stone-faced IPA.
So did you drink any of that other stuff I got you? What the fuck?
I haven't tried them yet.
Oh, what are you doing to me, man?
This is some stuff my cousin gave me for Christmas, so figured I'd crack one of them. I'll grab one of those after, though. I gotta have them in there.
I've only had one of what you got me. I was
Which
trying
one
to push my brother. It was an orange can, if that's what I could tell you. I just grabbed it one night. I'm like, I need a drink. And so it's okay. So Calfire's telling you to tell me what you did today.
Oh yeah, I cut the shit out of my bike.
What?
I cut it up. Cut the bag lids. Put speakers in it. Hold on, I got pictures.
Oh my god, you guys and your audio systems and stuff.
Damn straight.
Doc tried chapping me with that. Megan's all like, "Oh, we need a new sound system and we need this." And Doc's over there cranking his stuff up. What are we doing here? Oh my
I told you, I cut the crap out of it. But I gotta say, the final result looks pretty good.
You got it fully wired up. Everything's good though.
Oh God, no.
No.
I'll do that over the winter. I just wanted to get the cutting done while we had a nice warm day, so the plastic was less likely to have issues.
How's the wiring process with that? Is that a fucking rat's nest?
Well, it'll be a rat's nest undoing the factory Harley stuff, but it's a volunteer audio system, so they already put all the harnesses together. It's all plug and play. Just
okay.
I got to rip the whole fairing apart, but
so probably not as bad.
No,
as it,
No, from what I've seen, from what I've taken apart of what I looked at, they did a really nice job assembling their harnesses, so it should be a pretty easy install.
Why aren't you filming it, Corey?
I'm not a YouTuber.
Yeah, you are.
That's you guys' shit.
No. Where were you? Where were you earlier?
What do you mean?
I thought you were going to be on the Sportster Yes podcast.
Hey, he wants you to co-host that with him, not me.
I politely decline. I politely. Yeah. I work nights now. I don't even have this is a one-off time on a Tuesday that I actually, and it's a holiday of all fucking things.
Yep.
But other than that, what the fuck were we talking about?
I don't know. What were you talking about?
The young yipper snappers and their YouTubers. I'm just saying, everyone's upbringing is a little different and stuff. Like, I may be from. Well, Corey thinks we're part of the Northeast, but I strongly disagree with that. But
we accept you as being from the region, but you're not a New Englander.
You're damn right I'm not. Pennsyltuckian, man. Like, you're fucking right. Listen, dude. Like, listen, y'all don't realize how famous I am locally. Maybe hated nationally because of the YouTube shit, but like locally, I got my like. Listen, man. Anybody knew my address and stuff? I got a road named after me. Famous.
One way.
Yeah. Dude, the next road over is Hillbilly Lane. I mean, I do live in BFE. Like, I'm not shitting you, man.
I believe it.
Hit or miss lane. There's red. What the fuck was it? Red Fudger Lane or some shit. Like, I can't keep up with it. But I mean, we don't. Everyone's brought up a different way, man. Like, look at you. You're more into the tech shit than I could ever be.
Sort of, not really.
Yeah. You play with your little robots, man.
Yeah, build robots. That's fun.
Those robots.
That's all wiring and pneumatics. And...
Yeah, you can go screw yourself with all that wiring and shit.
Yeah. I tried. It didn't fit.
Been on vacation since December 18th, and sadly, I have to go back to work Monday. Yeah, that sucks, but it's life. I mean,
damn, I wish I had a 3-week vacation.
Yeah, I don't want to hear it. Yeah, Phoenix over there, you know, he gets like a, I don't know, 20-some day fucking vacation thing, but then, you know, must be nice. But hey, here's my thing. Does Chris really get out and ride? I mean, is this
not right now? I think he's buried under like 6 feet of snow.
But that's what I'm saying. I mean, I think he's gotten more miles on Back Glide's Grom than he does his own bikes put together.
He carried the ice cream further.
Yeah. That's probably the only riding you did all year. I gotta get him. We gotta get him back over to the east.
Mm-hmm.
Wish he'd just move. Yeah, on someone else's bike. Like, here's my thing, man. It's those yellow. You know what it is? It's probably like everyone. You know, the thing is, you know, green's supposed to be an unlucky thing for motorcycles and stuff, but I bet you it's the yellow out there in Wyoming. I don't think Dallas should have got rid of Hot Wing. I think we could have marketed the shit out of that. I already had ideas for a t-shirt design and shit if he just would have went through with that. But highlights, sir? Accomplishments? Anything new, you know, you accomplished this year? You know, things you'd like to talk about?
No. No, it was a good year. Got to ride and go to some pretty cool places with, you know, friends, and went to the Indian Larry show down in New York City, which was an absolute blast. Riding through New York City sucks, but 10 city blocks of biker block party, fucking awesome. So much fun. Riding down to Maryland, that was a blast.
Yeah, didn't get a phone call for that. Just slaying, man.
I can't see you going to a what do you call it? Renaissance fair, though.
Listen,
Listen,
Linda, listen, boo boo, listen. So, I have not officially, unofficially, whatever, in person talked with Ben.
Mm-hmm.
And I need to get a hold of him, because what I think we can do is somehow, and actually I think you would do better, but I think I'll do this. Like, if we want to do the whole Slayer Man thing again and go after Jacques the Whipper, which I knew who he was. I don't want to hear it. I follow this shit. Like, you know. I think one of us needs to dress up like Ben, but Ben needs to be in a disguise again. And we need to lurk around and get Jacques to look over here, but then Ben jumps out over here like,
That would actually be really funny. Have
I'm
somebody dress up as Ben and go.
listen, she bruised her ass cheek. I'm not shitting you. Like she fell or some shit at work. She took a shower. She wanted to come on, but she got tired. She's getting old. Like, y'all think we're a bunch of young whippersnappers, but we're not. Life's too hard for us. Why you gotta turn the Christmas tree off?
Oh, must be 10 o'clock. You know,
Why is that thing off? What are you? One of these guys that leaves the fucking tree up until like February, March?
No, it's probably coming down tomorrow.
Ours actually came down the other, or like Christmas Day. I was shocked. I was like, oh.
Yeah. Well, let's see. I had Christmas Day off, then I went right back to work. Then the weekend was busy, so it'll come down eventually. That'll just stay up and it'll be pre-decorated for next year.
Dude. Not so far distant ago. There used to be, and when I was single, there used to be a Christmas tree in my house that it was decorated all year round. It didn't matter what fucking holiday it was. Fucking beer cans, bongs, fucking anything and anything from each party. Yeah, but Rick, the one thing you can thump your chest about is you put us to shame. You'll out hang me. I know you will. You did it, Hog Rock. Well, see, Corey is an expert on this, and he'll gladly give you the definition and tell you what it is.
A what now?
Are you not seeing this? Can you not see it?
Click see what?
The chat, the comment.
I know. What is a Christmas tree? It's a pagan tradition posing as a Christian tradition.
Right. How many in the chat? Because I had a previous conversation with this man over here. So
to nothing.
So how many people here are going to have sauerkraut and pork tomorrow?
You'd have a better chance of getting me to eat pork roll.
Dude, all it is fucking lemon and bologna, bro. Like, but seriously, does anyone in the side chat, can anybody tell me what the significance is supposed to be of having pork and sauerkraut on New Year's Day? See, did we not? We just talked about this. Now, come on, we talked about this. Engaging, being part of the show. Come on, people. Come on. I have pork tenderloin for tomorrow. Okay, having pork and sauerkraut on New Year's Day is an old German tradition and is supposed to bring luck and prosperity into the new year. And normally, like a Pennsylvania Dutch area here, it's more like, German and, traditional shit up here. Oh, there. Yep. There you go. She got it. She's educated. She's got it. I won't tell if you don't. All right. So we'll just keep that going. No real Southerners eat sauerkraut. We eat black-eyed peas. Right on. Do you have any family traditions or anything you do for New Year's and stuff?
Me?
Yeah.
No, I go to bed early.
You go to bed early?
I don't even stay up for it.
Oh, I figured we'd be out of here before then.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, guess I should check my phone here. People are messaging me. So, Corey, would you say all the things that you did this year, would you have done without getting involved with the YouTube community and everything?
No, I wouldn't have known anyone that I did anything with without the YouTube community. I
Would you
mean,
ever even thought about going to Indian Larry's block party?
I probably wouldn't even know it was an event. I was never into the big chopper custom. Like I like to ride. I like bikes because I like to ride, not necessarily for the choppers, the show bikes. That's not me. I want to be out on a back road somewhere enjoying life. So
Now,
I
see,
just
that's
never.
what I mean.
Hmm?
Like kind of getting into where I grew up around and stuff. Like, and I see it more in the Northeast too, per se. I
Hmm.
guess the rural areas. Don't. Oh my God, people! I said the word rural, but not having a lot of funds. Growing up where I did, you didn't
Hmm.
see a whole lot of custom stuff.
Yeah.
And if you did, it probably came out of a junkyard, and it was home built, and you didn't want to ride it. Hence why I made a couple trips to the hospital a couple times, but I was inspired by, I mean, I guess you want to say what the age and everything that I grew up in was, X Games had just came out, freestyle motocross was the big thing. Um Biker Build Off, American Chopper, and all that came out and everything.
Hmm.
And I like Jesse James stuff. I was following Jesse James and everything before that stuff. And um desert racing was a big thing then. I remember when like stadium truck racing used to be on ESPN and shit
Hmm.
and everything.
I didn't even have cable in that for any of that.
Bro, I had a black and white TV, motherfucker. Like everyone wants to say how I'm young. No, I still had the rotary dial phone and all that shit. Like, blow it out your ass. But that's what kills me is about like YouTube and all that shit. Like I feel like I missed an opportunity because like in the younger days, the shit that we did, if we would have filmed it, and the sad part is we did.
Hmm.
When you had the camcorders that were about this fucking big and they had on
Have
your
you
shoulder
converted
and
the tapes?
somebody's dad blew like fucking $2,000 on it. We're out there fucking slinging dirt and mud and rocks at it as we're trying. But that's what I'm saying. Like, so building custom, whatever you want to call custom, but us building bikes was out of necessity
Hmm.
because we couldn't afford anything. And not that, and the sad part is bikes were not that bad priced.
Hmm.
Oh no, it's just we just didn't have the money.
Yep.
um
Well, call me crazy, but like you brought up OCC and all that. When it comes to choppers, that show kind of ruined choppers for me
yeah,
because
cookie
it gave
cutter.
you this idea that they had to be super high end, super expensive, crazy custom paint, crazy, you know, all
But
this shit. Well, then you
that's
see like the
what
people who built them at home in their garage. It's a whole different world.
but that's why
I
I
never
lean
even.
towards shit like Jesse in the beginning and Larry. Yeah, they were show bikes, but really they weren't. There was more fabrication and purpose built than it was for show.
Mhm.
And it wasn't for mainstream corporate companies either.
Yeah, but having never seen that before and then just only seeing the OCC side of it, like never even found that other side of like the more like I guess you call them purpose driven choppers. Like,
So that's what Harley is doing wrong. Affordable bike to get more people on bikes. Okay, so let me give Harley a little bit of credit with a lopsided deal here. So for years and years and years, everyone bitched. Everyone bitched, complained, whined, and cried about Harley that they do not listen to the customer base and they don't listen to this and they don't listen to that. And one of my first things that I kept saying is that Harley needed to go back to the NASCAR idea that sponsors and everyone marketed to racing. So what just became, popped up, became popular in the last couple years? King of the Baggers. What did we finally get? A performance-based fucking motorcycle. Well, guess what, dude? That performance-based, baseline motorcycle comes with a fucking price tag. So if you're willing, you got to pay to play. That's what I'm saying. Like the hardest thing, and I still say that with creators and everything, and even the business end, like it's still a luxury. As much as a lot of us, embrace it and live it, and it's our everyday life. To everyone else, it's a luxury, man. So you're trying to push that as a necessity, and like plenty of people said, it's more of an emotional sale than anything. Do I feel like Harley's getting a little ridiculous with pricing and everything else? Yeah, but they just kind of killed one of the what I consider an entry level mid-range bike. I mean, the dynos are gone. The original, what I consider a Sportster, is gone.
I mean, a lot of people said the Sportster was a good starter bike. I mean, they really weren't. What they need to bring back is like the dyno or the very basic stripped down Softail, because those are a way better starter bike that somebody can actually ride for years. And if you can get one of those at an affordable price point, that's how you get somebody into the brand.
Yes. Well, another thing too is that this also goes into dealerships and everything else too, is that and especially any business in this industry right now, is that every new person is a potential return customer and everything, and then you're bringing that person into the community and everything. So for every bad you want to chalk up as a bad experience, you're losing people each time a bad experience happens. And with how the internet works now, one bad experience can turn into 1,000 real fucking quick. Dan quit running up and down the street. My first bike was a 89 Cowie oh my god, 454 LTD.
No,
little cruiser, like predecessor, or like before the Vulcan and all that shit. Ended up buying another one. Is it really that bad? I mean, is there another guy? Is the other guy still going on? Here, let me check. Is the other guy still going and go? You can go over there. Yeah, he's still going. Go over there. But I mean, Harley needs to build a bike for short people. But that's what I'm okay. So
do they still do the lows or no? Probably not, right?
What, like
they used to do the I can't remember what they were, but they do a standard bike and then they do a low. They do a shorter version for.
Isn't that technically what the limited was? It wasn't the limited. Didn't the limited series street glides, like they came out? Well, the ultra limiteds, weren't they fucking low 12 over the factory 13?
No, the limiteds were on 13s. The street glides were on 12s.
12s, yeah.
No, but they'd have like a road glide low, and it would be an even shorter seat height.
Extended reach. That's my comment to that. Extended reach. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah. Sit on the rear fender.
But that's what we're looking towards now, is that everyone pushed the fad and everything. Believe me, there was loyalists and people pushing the performance industry for years. Now that it became a fad, and I'll say that, there's a lot of people jumping on that bandwagon now. because there's fucking people in my area that I know can't fucking ride a bike, a standard Sportster at 60 miles an hour, but they're going out and buying $15,000 worth of shit to put into a road glide they could barely keep on the road.
Mm-hmm.
But you finally got what you wanted, and it came with a price tag, and now you're pissed.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm looking at. It's the same thing every year. Every time the new models come out or all the fucking rumors and shit come out, everyone starts bitching right away. And here's hard facts about things. Now they're getting to the point where, now these mid-range to entry-level bikes are gone because they had to cut down. What's the point of having 15 different models with 10 different trims when you can knock it down to pretty much three series? 4 if you count the try and count the trikes and everything. 5, I guess. What? Pan America, and you got the trikes, Pan America, Touring, Sportster, yes, and what? Softail line.
Mm-hmm.
So there you go. I mean, do I see it going to go back down? I've been listening to a couple podcasts and listening to people talk and reading articles that, everyone's really hoping the economy is going to turn around here in the next year or two. But do I see things going down? No. How often do things really, truly go back down and stay there?
They don't.
No.
Exactly. The only thing you can hope for is that the economy gets better and it becomes relatively cheaper.
Yep.
Price will be the same, but you're doing better, so it doesn't hurt as much.
There you go. Only thing I'm pissed at my bike is it doesn't cook and clean for me. But as far as do we feel like Harley even has like an entry level bike anymore?
No, it's the cheapest thing they make these days.
Fuck. Well, it ain't the fucking Sportster S. That's the sad part.
I think it might be.
Is it really?
Yeah, I think that those are 15, 16?
Never paid over 10 for a bike, new or used.
Let's see, bikes, new models, cruiser, Softail standard. Let's see what those are going for.
They got rid of the Slim, didn't they?
Yeah, they got the standard, the Street Bob, the Lowrider ST, the Breakout, the Fat Boy, Heritage Classic.
Yeah, but does anybody really ride a Fat Boy anymore?
Yeah. Fat Glide. Pan America, definitely not. Oh, maybe the Nightster. What are those running?
I forgot about the Nightster. Shit. I thought that was going out. Oh, build your own.
Softail standard is $14,999, and the Nightster is $11,999. So yeah, $12,000 is their cheapest bike.
I don't know. What was the average price for a new Sportster out the door there for a while? What, about $7,000, $6,500?
Yeah.
So I guess
maybe like 8 or 9.
I think the one that we had purchased and flipped was like 62 out the door. That was 06 883.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was brand new that we got and flipped. But I mean, aren't they still making a Sportster, but it's in the Street 50 body, 500 body? Is it really? That Streeter thing? That didn't last long, did it?
No.
Well, that went overseas, right? Didn't Mike?
Oh, yeah, they just didn't sell it all.
Yeah, they went over. Yeah. I don't know, man. Like, I still feel like that's the thing with Megan. Megan's gonna be a new rider. She's not the tallest thing, and she's not, she's not really big, but I mean, what would be a starter bike for her? I still think the Dyna. I think the Dyna would be good. Like, would I like to see her on a Softail Slim? Maybe, yeah. But in this economy and the way everything's going, can you afford to do what the old push used to be? Buy a Sportster. So either you went out and got a fucking 883 or you got a 1200, right?
Mhm.
So the 1200 probably got you a year until you were sick of it. Oh my God, I can't keep up, blah, 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 blah. 883, you were done in 3 to 6 months and you were looking to trade in. But can people even do that in this economy? I don't see it. So what, see plenty of people like some of their first bikes is a, full bagger. Does it kind of scare me? Yeah. But I'm not riding it. I'm not there. Like,
I mean, there are people who go out and buy a full bagger for their first bike, and there's people who go out and buy a CBR 1000 for their first bike. I'd be more scared of the guy on the CBR 1000.
oh yeah, but that's my thing though. I mean, that's one thing I can see in my area. I haven't seen too many rocket riders.
Yeah,
I really haven't.
I live in the city. We're drowning in them.
I mean, there's a couple here and there, but you don't really see them out ripping and stuff in the same areas that we used to. And that's another thing too. Like growing up, man, when the fuck did dressers become the cool thing?
I don't know. I mean, I bought mine because I was doing the distance, and it's like I need a bigger bike, and
no, that wasn't an option for me. I had to keep keep the Dyna or get a soft tail. As soon as I got that Street Glide, I was getting people in their 50s and 60s messaging me, "You're old." I'm like, fucking really, dude? Like,
you're not old. You're just a baby.
Yeah, he's just a baby. But that's what I mean. That's the mentality that I grew up with and everything. So like finally getting a bagger, which everyone will argue, let's make that argument about what's better, the Street Glide or the Road Glide, which the real answer is nothing. It's the same damn thing.
The real answer is Road King. Somebody will pull that up, I'm sure.
Well, that's the sad part. Like Jack, that should be Jack's first thing. Like Jack should be a ding.
No, he's got a Road Glide now. He's bought the Midlife Crisis Glide.
I think that's what the problem is. It's where's all the midlife crisis fuckers at to help boost the Harley sales up for the economy? What the fuck?
Oh, they're all broke.
But I mean, I don't know. Where do you actually see things going? Honestly,
I really have no idea. We're just all on for the ride at this point.
I mean, that's where I'm at. I mean, would I love to go out and get anything from like a 21 and up? Yeah. Do I want to put myself through the hassle of it? No. Because that's the only thing. It's also what I see is that it's killing the aftermarket industry too. Because you go out and buy even a 21 and up. What normally it was stage 2, bars, seat, all the knickknacks and shit. Add that up nowadays. You're over 15 grand. So you're gonna blow 20 some thousand plus on a bike. And then you're going to throw another 15 in within the first year.
I mean, if you pay somebody else to do all the work, yeah.
No, then there you go. And then you got to add labor and shit too. Which I've had a problem with Harley Davidson, dealerships and their labor cost, anyways. Because I still got to go over my bike after I get it back.
I mean, I worked in a dealer for 10 years, and it's not a Harley dealer who worked for Ford, but dealers aren't what they used to be. The good techs are retiring, and the industry pays shit, so there's nobody getting pulled into it.
Well, the technology thing too is that's driving a lot of people away.
Yep.
Plenty of guys that are techs or had their own shop for years. Now they can only cover. We called him Doc, but it's he has a shop over in the next town over. He won't work on anything over fucking 2,000 something. Because he can't afford to go out and get all the stuff for it and everything and this, that, and the third, or he just doesn't understand it. I mean, when I was down at Chambersburg Harley for that suspension tech seminar and everything. I was talking to the lead tech and everything downstairs before the seminar. He was saying the same thing with the new, how everything's going with the ECM and the BCM,
Yeah.
ECM and everything's separate now and this and that. And
I worked on cars. We've had that shit for 20 years. I mean, a 20-year-old car had almost a mile of wire and 15 computers in it. The auto industry is used to it. The bike industry is just starting to come around to it. But it's really not that bad as long as the company puts the time into developing the diagnostics and training their techs.
Is this actually happening? Is this confirmed?
Yeah, he's doing it in his he's doing it in his basement.
What is he working on? 1915. Like, you just working on like 1915 Harley or what the hell?
I mean, he invented that one.
Well, I mean, like, I know he rolled the first one off the line, but I thought Tweedle did all the work for him.
Oh, ouch.
Rolling Throttles in the house. Good night to you, sir. See, look, he even says he has a guy. Look at that. Look at that. He's got a guy. She's got a guy. But that's what I'm saying too. Like, even with this newer technology, do you think that's pushing away startup shops and everything too?
Yes and no. I mean, you can't just go out and start a shop without any experience. And if you've worked in
Well,
a
no shit.
shop,
But
you'll get the experience. So,
I mean,
it's very few new techs open their own shops. Like, it's usually somebody who's been around a while and knows their shit and is confident enough to open their own place. So, I don't think that really becomes a barrier as long as they've learned the systems.
well, but here's the thing too, which I still feel like I'm going to do this interview and everything, but Troy from Big Red Customs right here in Pennsylvania.
Mhm.
He finally gets set up outside of town. He was already in the area doing stuff, but he finally gets a nice size shop set up. Been doing good for like 3 years, and all of a sudden, right down the road, this fucking pop-up shop fucking comes up,
Mhm.
and it's like, the fuck. Like, the guys have no experience, little to none experience. They're more diesel mechanics than they are motorcycle mechanics. But it's just crazy because then it kills business from him.
Mhm.
And it just
It will
sucks.
in the short run until they screw up and nobody goes back to them.
Right. And that's the problem too. You get so busy and then you're trying to bring on more people, but are they reparable?
Mhm.
Like, do they know what the fuck they're doing? And then
Yeah, a
that's
lot of
the
them
problem
these days. I mean, I remember when I left the industry, the guy they hired to replace me within a few weeks had a wheel off, totaled the vehicle, and put a customer in the hospital.
There you go.
Look, I mean,
I have not found a shop, with the exception of Troy,
Mhm.
that I've actually taken the bike to the shop, gotten work done, and I have not had to fix something on my own within the first 24 hours of having the bike back.
Yep. I mean, we have a few decent shops in this area, but I don't like paying somebody else to work on my shit unless I can't do it.
Well, right now, I think for me, it's more of a time thing, but it's normally odds and ends shit. Like, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
Um, but that hasn't even been the truth either because fuck Troy. Lord, like, I'll tell him what's going on. Like, hey, I'll drop the bike off. I'm dropping the bike off on Wednesday. Next thing you fucking know, he's like, well, hey, I ordered all this stuff, but you can do this at your house. I'm like, yeah, I know, but that's why I came to you. Like, Now he'll help me if I'm in a bind, like that trip. The trip the other year going from Illinois up to Laconia and all that stuff. He definitely jumped in right away, got my shit together, and got me rolling with only like a couple hours to spare before I was supposed to leave on that trip. So I give him props for that. Huge props.
Yep.
And everything. What I see lacking, I don't even know if it's lacking. I just feel like we're in a weird spot right now in the culture and the industry. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I really feel like it can go one way or the other, and it's just kind of like a tightrope. But I mean, that goes back to what I said before, though, how important it is to support when you can. Word of mouth is free. This is free. Clicking, sharing, all this stuff, because they all have most of these shops and places have internet sources now and channels and stuff. So, I mean, support while you can. Advertise. Right. Oh, now you're leaving me. He's got to take a tinkle or something. So, anybody else wants to drop, come on. Links in the description. Like I said, I don't know how much longer we're going to really go. I wasn't planning on going to the midnight hour. We touched on a couple decent, one or two decent topics. Other than that, it was me whining and crying about my YouTube career and how I didn't become Insta famous. But I mean, to be honest, man, I mean, I like I said, I really feel like it's a tightrope right now with how things are going to go in the future in the industry and in the culture. I mean, it's changing rapidly, I feel. Yeah. But I mean, as a customer, is he still the Dollywood representative for Rolling Throttle? Like, is he still supposed to be like customer service and stuff? I was expecting you to roll up to Mobbin in an RG3 or something, man. Well, like, what I covered is that I feel like, you know, everyone's whining and crying about there not being an entry level bike, what they consider to be an entry level bike up anymore. And what I feel is that the ongoing thing has always been, you know, everyone bitched for years that Harley doesn't listen to the people and they don't, you know, they're not putting out what the people want and everything. And then, you know, look at what just got put out here in the last year or two. I mean, you have a baseline performance bike you can get right off the showroom, but it comes with a fucking high price tag. I mean, it came with a price tag. I mean, that's the same thing. And then what came out of that? They cut out 2 different lines of models after that. I mean, because I think everyone's skipping the starter bikes and just going straight to the bike that they're going to have forever now because of the cost of everything. I mean, and like I said, you know, you can look at it multiple ways with stuff. Oh, you muted yourself. But anyway, I mean, you can look at it as, you know, like I said, newer bike, 21 and up, is going to run you anywhere from 20, 30 some thousand, and you're going to put about another 10K into it. And aftermarket stuff to make it the way you want. I mean, dude, you're getting in the 40 some $1,000 range. I mean, that used to be a truck.
You don't even want to see the price of a truck these days.
Oh, I know. That's why I got my basic bitch F-150.
The F1 shitty?
Yeah. 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 I miss the 3500. It used to go.
Yeah. I'll tell you, I miss my Ranger. I don't miss putting gas in it, but that thing was lifted, mud tires, fucking lockers.
Ford fucking Ranger.
Thank God I got rid of it before that became popular.
Holy shit.
Oh, I would have killed myself if I had to drive a Ranger through that. That or I just fully embrace it and just crank that song everywhere I went. One or the other, I don't know which.
Why don't you click the link, sir? Let's
Price
have a
point's gonna
conversation.
be around 10K or less.
Yeah, 7 to 10.
Yeah. Seven's
I doubt
hard.
it's ever gonna-
Seven's almost impossible.
Yeah, I don't think you're ever going to get back to that. I don't know, 10, 12, which is where you're at.
Yep. I mean, my first bike I spent 7 on, and I was able to swing that, but it wasn't cheap. Let's see. I had a.
Well, how do you know any of us have any on? I think that's why Corey got off the camera.
Yeah. And that bike's up to almost $9,000 now. So yeah, I mean, if you could come up with something in the 10 range, it'd probably be reasonable. But what were you looking at the Harley bikes? It was the Softail Standard. What did we say that was? 12?
Is it? I thought it was higher than that.
Oh no, that it was the Nightster was no 15
For the soft.
I mean,
for the soft.
that looks like that's pretty much a stripped down Softail as you can get.
But I mean, look at that. So all right. Let's say now Softail, the suspension is a little bit different, but let's just base it off that the side, a Harley with a 10K. What's wrong with that? Don't be hating on the old five horsepower engines, man. They get you down the road.
Hey, if you switch from a Briggs and Stratton to the Predator motors, you can save even more money. And so they're even better built.
Right. We just got all new. They just started buying the Predator motors at work, but yet we have a couple of those Honda GSX motors. I'm like, why are we not using them?
Oh yeah. No, anyway. Last time I had to buy new lawnmowers, my one thing had to be a Honda motor. Because when it comes to those small engines, Honda they stopped making them, but they absolutely the best on the market.
See, I based them off of just for racing purposes because I used to kart race for years, and so, like I miss the good built, the truly good built Briggs and Strattons, the old flatheads and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But them Hondas and everything now, like they're taking over. Like that's definitely I'm sorry, the Harbor Freight Predator motors, the new economy model.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think they'll be able to do it at the price that they're at. Hell, look at the electric. What are them electric bicycles going for? 3,000, 4,000, 5,000?
Mm-hmm.
They're going to be able to build something the size of the Grom like that. I mean, we give them credit. I'll give them credit. I mean, what's the price on the Pan Am and everything?
Good question. Let's find out. I think those are like 20.
And then if you look at make sure I put it. So
Yeah, 19,999, 20.
but then look at like BMW and all that. They're like what?
Oh yeah, I mean you're paying out the ass for the BMW
But
GS.
that's what I'm saying. So they didn't. They could have. They could have easily went down that ramp, that road, and tried to compete with BMW and all them guys with all on that spectrum. Because I think what? No, they're still in line with the entry level BMWs, aren't they? Or am I trying? Or am I thinking in a different? I thought BMW was like the big fucking dual adventure bikes and shit.
Um, yeah, I mean they have like the R1300s, the Gs. I'm looking at what they have now compared to an R1300 GS.
That's already been done, Backlad. Like it's already been done. I've seen it.
No, those are 22.7.
Yeah,
Pretty similar bikes, so they're 10%
they
cheaper.
could have, but that's what I'm saying. They did stay borderline like competitive with that, where they could have just tried to put that up as a 38 that 30,000, 40 some thousand deal. But who says they ain't one that, because that still has a Rev Max motor in it, right?
Which
That's the same thing as the Pan America's got pretty much the same thing that the Sports 3 S has. I'm sorry, I can't say
you
Sports
just
3 S without yeah.
it's all right. Did you see Ben's last video when he talked about the Sportster S?
No, I missed it.
You got to go watch it.
How about you click the link, man? I don't want to read. I'm educated, but goddamn.
Yeah. That's the problem is overpriced old technology won't sell anymore, especially now that Indian is when they were pretty much the only one in the market, they had no competition. These days, they got competition. And the competition is coming out with either better prices or more reliable bikes or better technology, and they're doing it at so Harley doesn't just sit back and by default win the market. Now they actually have to compete.
I just
Actually, what speaking of Indian, what is what does an Indian Scout cost?
I wouldn't know one buy one. Yeah, it's like I don't know. I've seen the sad part is there's like two people that have two of them that are decked out. I think that puts a Sportster S to shame.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a far better looking bike. Same kind of engine and setup. Oh no, those are right up there. 14,000 for a Scout Classic. But again, that's a liquid cooled V twin, making 1250, 105 horse, 82 foot pound, almost identical power to a Sportster S. And the Sportster S, I think, was. Have those 16 now? $17. So Indian's building a nearly identical bike for what, $3,000 cheaper.
And that's just out, or is that with the Challenger or Chieftain?
No, that's the Scout Classic,
Which is the Scout.
which is the 1250 liquid cooled V twin, up against the Sportster S, which is a 1250 liquid cooled V twin. To me, it's a better looking bike, and it's $3,000 cheaper.
Yeah, but they're not going to get the push like Harley is. Or not push, but the standard's Harley. I mean, it really is.
But people really don't buy the Sportster S. People do buy the Scout.
Like I said, I just don't see how you're going to convince entry level what what I think like-minded and people brought up in the same means in life like me, and I count that to most everyone there, is how can you see being able to get on a motorcycle at an early age at those prices?
You can't. And I mean, part of it, Harley has never been the young person's bike. I mean, we all started on cheap imports because imports have always been cheaper.
Yeah.
But if Harley does want to, I mean, they tried and it failed. The Street 500 and the Street 750 was their attempt at that, and nobody went for it.
There you go. Dallas makes a good point. There you go. Yeah, 12 years at what interest rate, motherfucker? It's like a house payment.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like I said, I'm just looking at a couple people, even basing things off, HD just got a new bike
Mm-hmm.
and everything. Care less what he paid. I know, not my business, put it out there. Looking
Mm-hmm.
at the time, like the price range of that and everything. But then knowing what he wants to do and everything with it, is it something attainable right away? Or is it going to have to be like 3-4 years down the road till he finally gets even a quarter of a dent, put into the overall bike cost to be able to fucking even get his bike to where he wants it?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
We got people we know can't keep bike for 6 months, and you want certain people to keep it for 5 years. But I don't know, man. Like I said, I think it's heading in the right direction. I mean, the newer technology and everything, I have my concerns. Well, not even new technology. I guess it would be new features and everything. I mean, sad part is Drew would be a good one to talk about it. He's got a 24. But I mean, I was talking with it at Doc when we were down in Virginia Beach at that dealership. We were looking them over. I mean, I know with my model, I have a gauge or something go out. I can literally just pop mine out, put a new one in, and go.
Mm-hmm.
But that full LCD screen and everything like that goes out. What the fuck do you do?
Spend $2,000 to have it replaced.
I mean, yeah,
and you can't do it yourself because you probably need to program it to the bike.
That's what I'm saying. But I mean, look at that. Now I'm just. Here's also the problem with talking about this in a general aspect, because we have people that are mechanically, sound here. They know what they're doing, but we also have people that have been in the industry and stuff. So to take it from a general, like someone seeing this for the first time and we're trying to convince them, even though it's kind of in a negative manner, but trying to get them into it and everything. These are things they don't think about. Or this is someone, like me trying to bump up to a newer model and everything. It's like, well, do I want to deal with those potential headaches or what ifs, knowing that I do long miles and I also beat the shit out of my bikes? And
mm-hmm. There's a reason. One of the many reasons I have the bike I have. I know that twin cam is damn near bulletproof, and I know that bike I can go to the aftermarket and buy just about anything I want for it. Any part that needs to be replaced is available to me in the aftermarket. Which means if I break it, I can fix it myself.
Well, that's another thing too. Like, like Doc brought up a good thing about like the other week was the last week, I believe, about like Harley commercials and everything like that. Like, what happened to all that?
I can't say I remember it.
That was probably on the members only. Like, shit. Go over to the docs and join his channel membership. Do it now.
No, I was there for the members live. I can't say I remember it,
but do they even? I just don't even see where they're even doing the advertising for the younger generation and stuff right now. Like, I mean, is there supposed to be a new like SOA spinoff anytime soon?
Mayans getting another season?
Well, that's what I'm saying. I mean, that push, you can't tell me they didn't have a massive influx there for that long of a stretch. Yeah, but talk about that too. Let's talk about that. Man, I wish you would just jump on. Anyway, let's talk about that.
Yeah,
so I mean, they have their
the advertising market has changed with social media. He's not
right.
Not rocking the slightest there.
But like their ambassador deal or whatever their thing is called anymore. I mean, like, I get what they do. Like, I know a couple. I follow a handful of them. At least I knew who was last year or the following year. Like, they did amazing shit on these bikes, and I feel like it was. But to me, it was one of those one-off things that not the everyday consumer can just go out and do on that bike. So to me, it's kind of like a disservice as it is selling, I mean, and then I don't know, man. Like, pros and cons to everything. I'm not trying to nitpick nothing. I'm just looking at what it used to be, what the push was, what the advertising was, late 90s, early 2000s. What was the sell to get people on Harleys and out there? I guess it wouldn't matter if they got out there as long as they bought it, right? That's business. I mean, I was thinking about making him a moderator because I don't even go live half the time. This is probably the second time in a year, so I figured he couldn't miss it. More naked chicks seem to work. Yeah, but the sad part is a couple of the ones that I've seen pushing on Instagram, they're on Indians. They're not on Harleys. And the one's actually got a pretty cool looking decked out Scout too. Neither did I, my man. Neither did I. But any planned trips for next year, Corey?
Planning on doing Bob in the Mountains. Maybe Baggers and Brews if they do something. I know Doc had thrown out possibly coming down for a weekend trip to Gettysburg. If he does that, I might go with him.
That shouldn't be bad, man. That honestly shouldn't be too expensive for you. I think that should be a doable trip for you.
Yep. Yeah, like a Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 2 nights over.
As far as I know, I think we're doing what we normally do, which is like Thursday to Sunday. Mobbing, 100%. You should go. Highly recommend.
Oh yeah.
Oh, wait. What's this? I sent Wobbly Wheel to learn suspension since I got Tweedle for exhaust. I can't have Tweedle doing suspension anymore. Oh, look at that. Look at that. What is up, Doc? Ain't no pimps on the screen. I can tell you that right now. So there you go. You can run Dan's business. There you go, dude. You're already look. There was no negotiate. No need to negotiate. There you go. Father Time's Garage. There in Tennessee. Go get your bike worked on. Tweedle's going to help you get everything and anything you need done. Yes, I was brokenhearted, man. I was absolutely brokenhearted that you weren't here. Well, why are the customers even over there while he's doing the suspension? Maybe listen. If the customer's got time to lean, then they ain't spending money. So why ain't like you and Crystal over there trying to push more stuff? So like if you would, I'm just saying.
Hey,
Duck. What is going on?
Well, you see it, man.
Hey, Happy New Year's. I hope 2025 brings everybody a lot of wealth, happiness, and miles on their motorcycle.
Are you going to have your pork and sauerkraut tomorrow?
Pork and sauerkraut.
Oh, my God, man. You New Englanders, man. I tell you. Nothing about
What are you talking about? Scrapple for breakfast.
It's some Pennsylvania shit.
No, it's a German tradition type thing there, like pork and sauerkraut on. Listen, boo-boo. Listen, Linda.
You can mute him,
Yeah, I know, right? Listen, pork and sauerkraut on New Year's Day is to be good luck and prosperity for 2025. There you go.
No.
Yes.
No, I'm going to take all my extra money I have and buy lotto tickets. I'm going to put all my eggs in that basket.
Yeah.
No, not really. But what I am going to do is I'm going to do the best modification I can do for both my motorcycles for 2025. And it doesn't matter what brand motor. I will, but it doesn't matter what brand motorcycle, what make, what model.
Oh, I know.
What country or origin it comes from. It goes every which way but loose. That would be get yourself a prepaid gas card and get out and ride the damn thing and explore the country.
Mm-hmm.
That's the best modification you could do to your motorcycle. I dare anybody else to do the same thing. A lot of people won't do it. But some people like to pull their bikes out of the garage, talk about these great rides, and put them away. I get it. I was talking to a new customer today who bought a motorcycle, a 1996 Softail with 395 original miles.
Oh, God. That poor bike has never been ridden.
No. So it's technically new old stock. It does start up and run, which is a good thing. But, I was talking to him earlier, and we're going to probably do something about resurrecting this bike to make it run for him and run good.
Well, there you go. Well, I mean, we were talking about that earlier. It's like I said. I was asking Corey. I purposely asked Corey what he did this year, and I'm like, "Would you have done that without being involved in this community and stuff?" And he even said, he goes, "He wouldn't even know about probably the events."
Well, I wouldn't have known about Suspension Technologies if it wasn't for Rolling Throttle.
Would we know about Rolling Throttle if it wasn't for?
Probably not, to be honest with you. And I'm grateful for this community because it has expanded our horizons on different products that are available. And most importantly, the relationships that have been forged because of this community. For instance, the three of us on this screen. I mean, Christ, both of you've been to my house.
Mhm.
Zach, you spent a long weekend here, and Corey's been down a couple times, and one of the best things I could do to say thank you is feed him good. I mean, you experienced it, Zach.
So
I'm a good cook.
He missed the whole beginning sob fest where I was like, kissing his ass for like 20 minutes.
Kissing Corey's ass?
No, yours.
Oh, mine. Oh.
No, everyone.
I had no wonder it's damp. No wonder it's damp.
He can listen. That man can cook. Let him cook. If he offers a cook, let him cook.
Especially when I buy a tenderloin.
Oh, there you go. Yes, that was worth it. 100%. That was above and beyond.
Let me tell you, I went to 3 different places and I looked at about a dozen different tenderloins before I picked the one I wanted. I don't like paying for fat. I have enough of it my own.
Right.
I don't need to pay any more. So, you got to have a little bit of fat on there for flavor.
Mm-hmm.
But Zach, you saw I still get up there and clean a lot of it off.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. I mean, that's
I'm not as good as a cook as Tweedledee.
Yeah.
I mean, if you weren't at TMMR and experienced some of Tweedle's cooking, I feel sorry for you because he's quite the cook. I mean, this whole side chat's full of people who I spent time with this year, and Tweedle and Evil Rick and Jack and Rolling Throttle and Mrs. Rolling Throttle. You two, Rhodey. The list goes on and on and on and on. And what a great year it's been. It really was.
Well, I was even going farther back, just even the last 2 years and stuff. Look at how many events that wasn't even planned up until probably the last 2, Ocean City and us actually getting together that we just happened to run into each other by complete whatever. Hung out at how many events this year in the past 2 years, and it's like, holy shit. Like,
yeah. I plan on events, Kelfire too, hanging out with Kelfire. That's always awesome.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, Tom Facklide, great people. And DDK, another great person, his beautiful bride. I don't know what she sees in him, but he really married up. So did you, Zach.
What?
You married way up.
Yeah, sure.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, Megan outclasses you. I don't know what you did, but you got a good woman there.
I showed up on a Harley.
There you go.
Well, okay, so let's just start planning for mobbing now. Like what night you cooking? Let's go.
Guido's cooking Thursday night, Friday night, and Saturday night.
And when he has to come up a day early, Wednesday. We plan on coming in on Wednesday, so he needs to come cook on Wednesday.
No, Wednesday's his day off. It's a religious thing.
Well, I'd ask him to cook. Listen, I'd ask him to cook breakfast, but we all know he ain't gonna be up past noon. So
no, if you guys really want VIP service, if you get invited to Dallas and Penny. And you know what? Drew and Crystal last year, we hung out with them last year. We went down to West Virginia, hung out. There was some VIP service there too. We had a great time. I mean, everybody have a great time. Yeah, I got to get ready to go back to work too on the 2nd.
Ugh.
I've been off since what day was that? That was a Friday, the 20th actually.
Yeah, like we were talking about earlier, like may have not been the most consistent or productive person on my own channel and stuff, but I'm thankful for the last 2-3 years of meeting everyone and being able to make the trips that I have with the people that I've met.
Absolutely.
And none of that would have happened if it wasn't for joining this community.
Exactly. I mean, for me personally, Daytona, TMMR, West Virginia, the birth of Mob in the Mountains. Oh, absolutely. She's asked me if I want a cocktail. Gettysburg, Laconia for the day, because we ran into Ben from Bikes, Beers, and Brews, Ocean City, Maryland, going down to Indian Larry's there in Brooklyn. I mean, just to name a few off the top of my head, and being with everybody and hanging out with everybody. I mean, heck, I go through withdrawals once it's over.
Yep.
I mean, Zach, when you and I hung out and rode down to Virginia, met up with UCM Pigs and went and broke bed and had dinner, and then, you know, hung out at the dealership for, you know, most of their business day.
You're welcome.
Hey, you know,
I was trying to help him get sales, man. I was hoping one of you guys would buy a new one. I mean,
well, we were trying to get you to buy Megan one.
No, try and get me to buy. I was already spending money.
Yeah, but Megan needs her own bikes. I mean, come on. I think Megan looked really good on that Lowrider ST.
Oh, I
You're
think
just
so too.
So I could go up tomorrow. Well, where are you going to tomorrow, Tweedle?
Oh, he's putting a video up.
Oh,
so it can go up tomorrow. Yeah.
Oh, so it could got you. I thought he was going someplace.
Yeah, I don't know. Happy year and damn. Yeah. But
Pigs is on our bed.
Say hi to Zach and Corey.
Hey, Zach. Hi, Corey.
Hey, Mel.
hey, girlfriend. Hey.
Cheers, guys. New Year's Eve. Let's have some cocktails, you know?
Yeah, I'm having a real cocktail there.
Oh, yeah.
But, you know.
Hey. Nope. Other way.
Oh, right on.
How is that?
It's actually really good.
That's the bourbon, right? That's got the bourbon ale or something in it.
Brandy barrel aged, yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's barrel aged. Yeah, that should be all right.
Hey, I have bourbon barrel aged pancake syrup. You tried it, Zach.
Yeah. That wasn't bad at all, man.
That's like crack, ain't it?
Yeah.
I put that right up there with Blackie's hot dogs.
Still got to get there.
Zach,
You're
I took
closer than
Zach
I
and
am.
Megan.
You're closer than I am.
I
Yeah.
know. The funny thing is, driving to Doc's house, I drive right by it.
Yeah.
Like, you know
I
how
used
you
to
went
drive-
up Route 8 and get onto 84? Yeah, that's the way I go down.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, but
once
to go the way through. I
realized-
used to drive that route all the time when I ran regional. When I used to run up to Maine and New Hampshire and all that shit. Like I drove because the Palisade or whatever, the Doc knows what I'm talking about. That thing there. I knew right where we're at. I even said it to Megan. Next, you know, we're getting off the exit. I was like, oh shit.
Hell yeah. That was a good time. That was a good weekend.
Yeah, and that's what I mean. I mean,
Then we all got together on Saturday night, hung out in the garage, had a garage party.
Oh, yeah.
Well, it's full of bellies, but you know, hey, nothing wrong with that.
I mean, and that's what I'm saying. I mean, I am thankful for getting involved in this and being able to do what I've done, you know. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, when I took that trip from Illinois up to Laconia and stuff, I mean, that was 13 straight days on the bike. I hadn't done a trip like that since I was like 19, 20.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Like,
Since 1920. How
no,
old
not
are you?
19, since I
You're
was 19 or 20.
Oh, 19 or 20 years old. The way you said 19, 20,
Yeah,
I was
I
like,
know.
how old are you? Put you right up there with Father Time.
Yeah, I'm just a baby. We've already discussed this.
But yeah, it's been a great year. It really has. Last year was a great year. Got better this year. You know, just look at the the crew that was down in Daytona with me. You know, Tweedle, Dallas, Penny, Bill, NC Crimson Glide, you know, Big Mike. I mean,
Yeah, the most I'll say for the following year, like for next year, is like we're cutting back on large trips and stuff and like rallies, but I'm it's like I said, I think I just want to start taking trips to where you get more personal time with, you know, the person and stuff, and we'll take weekend trips and just meet up with the person rather than,
hey,
like I said, you know,
hey, why don't you come here, meet me
Mhm.
here, and then we'll ride up to Corey's house and we'll invade Corey and take over his house for a weekend.
Yeah, come on up. There's only one bed though.
That's okay. I could be the big spoon.
I'll bring my tent.
Nope.
Do you have a yard?
You're on little spoon duty.
No.
Oh yeah, I got a yard. Or you can
There we
sleep in
go.
the
I'm
garage.
good. Yep, I'm good. Set up my tent. I'm good.
Or we could ride to Corey's house, pick up Corey, and ride out to Rhodey's house and crash at Rhodey's.
As long as Rhodey cleans out his garage, we're fine.
We'll make sure that happens. If not, we'll just get a bulldozer and push everything to the back.
Absolutely. I mean, that's
You
what
know-
I mean. Like this, I put so much emphasis, more or less, and I wish it would happen more than what it has in the last couple years. I wish the community would be a little bit more tighter in other aspects and stuff. But I mean, the amount of people that have come together in the last couple years, and even just this last year, like this year, 2024, like I'm blown away. I mean,
Yeah.
the amount of camaraderie, family, friendship, you know. And
My
it's all
favorite
because-
is wall breaking, but you know.
well, that too. All for the love of two wheels, but found on the internet. It just fucking blows my mind.
Yeah, think about it. When I first started writing back in 1986, you know, I went to Laconia by myself.
Mhm.
And there was a lot of people around, and I didn't know anybody, but I still had a great time. Laconia was a little more uncensored
It
back
was
then.
less family friendly.
Yes.
Yeah, I didn't see.
I think a lot of families might have been started that weekend, or practice making families that weekend
Mhm.
or that week, but it was totally different than it is now.
Well, and that's what I'm saying. I mean, that's just coming with the time. But I hope these events stay, and the new ones being created, and the ones that are only in like their, you know, second or third year, they stay around, because we know, at least in the Northeast, how many events have ceased to exist,
Yes.
and how many are pretty much on their way out.
Yep.
Laconia.
But then you
I
got
know.
Smoky Mountain that's up and coming,
Hmm.
Yes.
and Mob in the Mountains, which is up and coming, which is, to me, is going to be one of the best events of the year, period, hands down. One is because of the people that are there and the people that organize it, and two, the roads and the scenery. And then, you know, the drinking and ball breaking in the evening, you know, it's just the icing on the cake.
Hmm.
Yes.
And the shenanigans. We don't talk about the shenanigans because what happens there stays there.
Yes.
I can't hear the word shenanigans without thinking of Super Troopers.
The next person says shenanigans, I'm pistol whipping them. Hey, Parva, what's that place you like to go to with all the buttons? Oh, shenanigans. Oh, you know.
Shenanigans?
But yeah, man, I just, sorry, not actually getting choked up. I'm just choking, you know, I'm just choking in general.
I'm not getting choked up, but I'm choking. So technically, you are
Right.
getting choked up.
But
You sounded, I hate to say it, you sounded like Kamala there for a minute.
You mother-
I'm
Damn.
not getting choked up. I'm just getting choked.
I forgot I had those buttons.
I gotta get one of those.
Dude, just get the P4. Little hand pocket deal. You don't need a fancy,
No, no idea.
I've been looking at them, and it's one of those things that I want to get eventually.
Yeah, you really don't need them though. That's what I was trying to explain to other people in the past. It's like, unless you're doing this and only this, I would tell you to go out and buy this. But if you're just doing this, for the seasonal thing, then just buy the smaller, well, whatever. People blow their own money. Let them go do it.
Yeah, I'd rather
Yeah.
spend money on motorcycle parts. I mean, I'm looking at, changing up the Road Glide a little bit.
Oh, really?
Yeah. If things work out the way I want, I'll probably be putting a Sawicki pipe on it.
Mm-hmm.
Right on.
Did
that other video, or is that members only?
What's that one?
What was the latest video you just dropped? Was that the sport?
That's members first. That'll be available to the public on Sunday.
Okay. All right.
What? Hey, can I bust in here for a minute?
Yeah, you're good.
Self promote here.
Yeah.
So
Join that.
the 4th of January at 6 p.m. It's a members only live. Now, if you're a intern, you can't see it. But if you're at the nurse level or higher, you'll be in the members live, and just being in the side chat enters you in to win a product, which is to be announced. It's a surprise, but I could tell you the value is almost $500 of this product. And if you're a doctor level, you get 2 entries. If you're a nurse, you get 1 entry. So there's time if people want to upgrade or become a member, even if it's just for the 1 month. That's okay, but you got to be at the nurse level or higher. Just throwing that out there.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought we were just flipping a coin between XAN and Noggin. I mean,
Noggin is at the doctor level, so he does get 2 entries.
no. No.
Hey, it's
They'll
fair.
get it. Be him or XAN. They'll get it. They'll get it.
You don't know that.
You're listening to this now, Corey. You just wait. You just wait. Just wait until that little spinner keeps going and the music plays. Like, oh.
As soon as he clicks it, you can just say congratulations, Noggin.
Yeah, you might as well. Yeah.
But here's the thing. If you're in there and you leave and you were selected the winner, you have 5 minutes to respond to the side chat. If not, we respin the wheel. So it might pay to stay in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Good
Just
thing.
saying.
So you heard it here. Make sure you guys put over. Well, I already did this too. I already boosted his channel membership too. I already did that earlier.
Yeah. You're at the doctor level too, aren't you? I believe you are.
I believe so.
I could look real quick.
I support.
Oh, wait a minute.
But what else we covered tonight? Yeah, my little about me boohoo fest in the beginning. Asked Corey about his stuff. And then we talked about his Christmas tree. And then we tried to talk about the industry and how I feel the market's going to be going. And then we bitched about entry level bikes.
Yep, you are at doctor level, Zach.
Okay.
And Corey, I believe you are as well.
I think
Yeah,
I'm.
no, you're at the nurse level. So Corey, you only get one entry.
But if
Hey,
you bump it up now,
You gotta have one. If you got to be in it to win it, right?
do it, Corey. Do it.
There might be ways to buy additional entries. Just saying.
Oh, now he's trying to rig it. Look at this mafia bullshit from backdoor.
How's it backdoor if I let everybody know? If everybody knows, then it's not a backdoor nor a mafia thing.
Corey, just cash app him $100 now, so you're already out 100, but you can get 400. So
No, Doc uses PayPal, not PayPal.
Venmo.
Venmo.
I don't know how half that stuff works. I just
Ask
send
Megan;
people-
she'll take care of it for you.
Yeah, spending money. Yeah, she'll do great at that.
No, she'll set up the Venmo, and then when you do the transfer, it'll transfer into her account.
No.
So
Why
not?
One more hour, man. We're less than an hour left of 2024, guys. Holy shit.
yeah, in about 45 minutes. Oh no. Yeah, in about 45 minutes, I'm gonna leave you and go downstairs and ring in the new year with the missus.
Nice.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting to go until midnight. That wasn't my expectations, but I mean, I would like to think I could possibly get lucky tonight.
Hey, you never know. You never know. You might want to ring in 2025 with a bang.
Yeah, her hitting me with a pot.
Well, see, there's the thing. If you want to get lucky, you don't piss them off.
Dude, I could breathe too wrong just entering the room.
Listen,
You should
You
know
won't-
this.
you woke up. You're already wrong.
Yeah.
You know, you took your left leg out of bed instead of the right. You're wrong. So the next morning you do the right leg. No, you were supposed to do the left leg.
How does that work New Year's wise? Like Rick's like, oh, it's only 10:06 here. So like how does that work?
Well, when it hits midnight where Rick is, then it's New Year's.
Yeah,
Like it's
but,
already past. It's already 2025 in Australia.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're almost done with New Year's Day.
Yeah, but aren't they probably getting the same broadcasting as we would if we turn on the tube right now? Like,
No.
Dick Clark's, 2020,
No, that's a
whatever.
local thing.
Yeah, it's 3 p.m. in Sydney, Australia, New Year's Day.
Well, they're racing. There's a lot of good racing going on over there right now at Perth.
Yep. And in Afghanistan, it's 8:30 in the morning, and Baghdad, Iraq, it's 7:00 in the morning.
Kyle Larson won 100,000 in Perth Motoplex the other night. Just saying. But
So I think
mean,
Kyle Wyman's going to take it all in 2025 and the King of the Baggers. Just saying.
we'll know within the first three,
I say it's going to be Kyle Wyman.
or it's going to look really good in the first three, and it's going to.
Teams that are even competitive at this point, or is it pretty much just Harley versus Indian?
Harley versus Indian.
Yeah, it's Harley versus Indian, but you have your factory and then your independents, though. There's been a couple of independents on the line.
Yeah, you got Harley, you got Indian, you got SNS, you got Saddleman has a race team. You know,
Hey,
Yes,
what's up, Brad?
Dragon Breaker.
Looking forward to the new podcast, sir.
Yes, sir. That's
About
going to be good.
Like I said, I hope King of the Baggers gets a more media push and everything. Like I feel like it should. That'll definitely help push some things in the future down the line, hopefully.
Yep.
You know, like I said, I think it's hard telling what the next, to say what the next 5 to 10 years is going to look for the future of both the industry or the culture.
Yeah. It's going
That's
to
why
be
I was. Yeah. I mean, I think it can go one or two ways.
Yeah.
I think the Dyna needs to come back.
That's not going to happen. I don't think the Bronx is going to happen unless they thin out that Sportster line, because they already have 3 models. They're not going to add a 4th model, and Harley basically has been streamlining models over the past 3-4 years.
Well, and that we discussed that too, where it's like, where you had the discussion with the entry level bikes and stuff, and it's kind of like where, and it's like Corey attitude too, because like I said, everyone's looking in the next year or two that the economy is going to be better, and it's like, but the prices aren't going to go down.
Well, the prices did come down for 2024.
In a sense.
No, numerically they did. A 2023 Street Glide was like $33,000. All right. The 2024 Street Glide is $28,000. Granted, I was at the dealership today. I saw one 2024 on the floor for $24,900, so $25,000. You get a brand new Street Glide, and that beautiful blue too. I was like, ooh. And again, I looked at my wife and said, "Get me out of here before I trade in my CVO," because I really love that color blue. It is real pretty.
Which one's that again? That brilliant? Is it the brilliant blue or is it the burst? Yeah,
Burst.
Is it the burst? I don't know, but it's a really nice looking blue.
I know which one you're talking about. Yeah, I do. I do like it. But still, I mean, if you look at it, that's what I was getting at. It's like, you're still dropping anywhere from 25, 20 some to 30 some thousand just purchasing the bike. All right. And then you're looking at another, if you add up what the basic, not even the basic, but the most go-to upgrades are for the bike, at least for the riding that we do, a lot of us do, you're still looking at 10 grand.
Well, I would, if I was going to trade in my bike, I would put the stock exhaust back on it, the stock suspension back on it, because I have all that stuff. I put the stock handlebars back on. I put the stop cam in there and everything. Give it back to them as much as stock as possible. Stock headlight.
Yeah, we were discussing that too. Who's got the means and the want to do that, and who's not? You know what I mean? Like, I think I had I think that was also a personal conversation I had with Tweed and Jack. It was like, oh, well, just buy this for now instead of getting the whole thing, and then when you get a newer one, just swap it over. And it's like, well, or I just take the time and keep everything, and then just fucking swap it out before I trade it in.
Yep.
So.
But then I'm looking at that's just a lot of work. So it's easier for me to just keep the bike that I have now because there's nothing wrong with it. It rides well, it performs well, and it's not an ugly bike. To me, it's a good looking bike. Is it the best bike? No. Is it best look? No. But to me, it's a good looking bike, and I love it.
Yeah, it's a Me Too model. It's great.
Not everybody has an envious green CVO Road Glide. There's less than 900 made, so it's less than Me Too. It's a black Street Glide, and Road Glides are the Me Too bikes.
Oh my God, man! Like,
look, there's a black Street Glide. Oh, look, there's 100 more black Street Glides.
That was 4 or 5 years ago. The Road Glide has clearly taken that title. Like,
well, yeah, I mean, because it's a better bike than the Street.
Don't start, Jack. You have no room to talk. You've already made the transition. Like, we already know that Road King's getting parked. Like, we know it's going to see the day. It'll see daylight maybe 2 times a year.
He's going to keep it for when people come down and visit and they have a bike to ride.
Well, yeah, but it's only going to be me. I'm not flying there. Like he keeps thinking I'm flying. I'm not flying.
I would. I'd fly.
Right away, I wouldn't say that. But no, man. Yeah. So let's kind of wrap this up and take it home here. Like I said, very grateful for this year. Very grateful for everything that has happened in the community lately. I'm really hoping that there's a little bit more camaraderie between the content creators and stuff. There's a little bit more support for these startup businesses that have been coming around. Like I said, word of mouth is free. Sharing posts and everything is free. It's just a click away. Really feel like we can get this going a hell of a lot more with this community, make events a hell of a lot bigger than what they are now. It's just going to strengthen everything for down the road. Like I said, I'm looking very much towards the future. You know, mobbing, Gettysburg are confirmed for me. Everything else is up in the air. But
I might go down to Gettysburg for a Saturday. Get there late Friday night, get in the hotel room, get some sleep. Go Saturday, spend Saturday, go back to the hotel room, get some sleep, get up early Sunday, head home.
Yeah. Calm down, Corey.
Easy, Corey.
No. I'm going wild.
Corey got that big stereo now.
Oh, yeah.
Waste
I
of
just
money.
got to tear apart
Adequate.
the entire fairing to finish the rest of it, but
That's okay.
Nah, I gotta thank Doc. All that pushing he did for that stereo system, right up to the point he almost had Megan suckered in. And then he said the price point, and now we're back to I can live with a calm system.
what stereo were you gonna do?
I wasn't gonna do any. She was just oogling over Doc's the one on the road glide.
Oh yeah, he's got a nice system on that.
And it's all the money.
Oh yeah, I spent close to that on mine, but
yeah, but I got free install.
Yep, I got free install too. I just had to do it myself.
Yeah, but I didn't have to do it. I just let them do it. There.
Mhm.
Walk around, drank a couple beers, did some shopping, stayed out of the rain.
You know, I told Corey, I said, I just don't understand. I mean, he's got the face for radio, but you know,
I got I got the face for radio and a voice for silent movies.
yeah.
Yes.
But I mean, it'd be great content. I mean, I just don't know why you don't start.
I mean, everybody go over and start liking and subscribing to Corey's channel. Maybe we could push into some content.
You'll get one half-ass video every 18 months.
That's better than what you're doing now.
Huh?
Why are you talking about me like that?
Corey, that's more than you're doing now, so that's a plus for everybody.
Hey, I've actually got a really popular video on my channel. They're not really popular, but
Okay. Is it actually you, or did you just share something and it was, you know?
No, it was a couple of videos I took on my old truck. 11,000 views.
There you go.
In 14 years. That's a really old video.
But hey, guys, thank you for being on. We're definitely going to see each other this year.
Absolutely.
So, everyone, here's the new year.
Go. Everybody, make sure you get to Daytona 2025 to see Corey.
Oh, Jesus.
Ugh.
Are you going?
Well,
are you going to go?
No.
Why not?
Yeah,
oh, I don't have time off for that. I wish I did.
Well, neither do I, but you got to make them sacrifices, man. As a creator, as a content creator, you must sacrifice.
the thing is, if I go to that, then I miss Sturgis 26.
Well, we don't want to miss that.
Oh,
I'll be there, but I'm going to be there the week before the rally.
yep.
Probably leaving the second or third day of the rally.
Yep.
When all the crazies get in there, but I want to get out there and do all the rides, and then enjoy it. But I don't have to worry about that for another year. So I just got to worry about my little events I'm doing this year besides Daytona. After that, everything else is small.
Mhm.
And, go put some miles on the bike.
Hell yeah, man. That's what it's about.
Maybe take a trip down to Pennsylvania one weekend.
I know that all got screwed up. We'll do it when it's riding weather. It'll be better.
Yep.
All right, y'all. Have a good night. Have a good year. Everyone be safe out there. Don't be doing dumb shit. At least
Happy
not
New
tonight.
Year's, guys.
Oh, too late.
I know, right? All right, y'all. Later.
Later.
Hit another button.